Aesthetics and visuals are some of the most interesting things to me in media. What's interesting is seeing how creators of the past made visuals while working with the limitations they have. Sometimes newer technology can lead to creators having crutches to rely on, in a sense. A great example of this is CGI use in modern anime. A lot of CGI use tends to feel unnecessary and jarring. CGI use is generally used as a cheaper alternative to animating 2D anime. This is a fundamental misuse of newer technology and a new film medium. CGI animation in the West has dominated, and plenty of amazing innovative films have been created with it in mind. This is because the right creative talent is being put behind this technology, and as a result you have amazing looking films. Technological advancements won't have a positive impact on a work of art unless those advancements are used correctly. It's for this exact reason that I usually can't stand when people talk about graphics in video games, because higher fidelity graphics in video games don't equate to graphical quality in my mind. This is because the technical aspect of video game graphics is not what makes them good to me. What makes a game a graphical masterpiece is its art design. For example, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker for GameCube is amazing looking still to this day because of its beautiful cel-shaded style. The game takes full advantage of the system it was built for in a way that makes sense and looks great. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, on the other hand, was built for the same system and tried to go for a darker and more realistic aesthetic. The game looks worse today because of what it tried to accomplish on that system. Just look at them side by side and I think you'll see what I mean. The textures in Twilight Princess look muddy and gross by today's standards because the art direction just isn't as timeless. A great aesthetic can be timeless though, and can even inspire art to be made like it years in the future. Super Nintendo games look gorgeous to me, particularly games like Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, and Zelda: A Link to the Past. I love the way the pixel art looks, and clearly a lot of game developers do too, because nearly every modern indie game has a pixel art aesthetic. Even a big company like Square Enix, who has always and still does strive to make the best looking games possible, is making Octopath Traveler, which is a pixel art game. It's because the art design of Super Nintendo games were so strong, because they were so limited in what they could pull off technically, so they had to get imaginative. I'm someone who doesn't look for realism in media. It baffles me why almost every big game developer tries to achieve realism in their games. The reason I say this is because when a big game developer like Nintendo, who doesn't make realistic looking games, releases a game, everyone goes nuts. Zelda Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year and it doesn't look realistic at all. And that game sells like hotcakes still, so clearly there's a demand for that type of game. And I mean, Atlus released Persona 5, which is a turn-based anime-style JRPG. That game got big in the West and was in the nominees for Game of the Year, and it was a huge success. I would like to see more imagination in big budget video games. I think generally though, video games have gotten better over time, as has every art medium really. I just think it's interesting to see the effects technological advancements have had on art. Looking back to the past and reworking things of old can be beneficial and helpful in some cases. Sonic Mania is a great example of this. Sonic Team and Christian Whitehead's team look back to the past Sonic games and just made the best version of that. Well, that's all for now. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below if you have any thoughts or questions. Also follow me on Twitter at Gigabytes1 for any more updates on videos. I'll see you in the next one.